Hey everyone, it's Megan with REACHRIGHT. Today we've got something really useful lined up for you. If you've got a WordPress website and you've been wanting to know more about your visitors, how they use your website and their behaviors, you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of setting up a Google Analytics G4 account for your WordPress website. Now don't worry if you are not a techie person, I promise to keep this simple and straightforward. By the end of this video, we will be all set up with a Google Analytics account and you'll be able to track and see useful user data that's gonna help you see how your website is being used by those website visitors. But before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, click the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on our latest tips and tutorials. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming y'all's way over the next several weeks. So let's get started. This is what Google Analytics can show you. You can see how many users are on your website at any given time. How many of those users are new? So people have not been to your website before, or if they are repeat visitors. You can see in real time how many people are on your website at this point. Where are they from? What part of the country are they from, or if they're from other parts of the world. And then you can also see what pages people visit on your website. So a lot of this information can be super helpful for you, especially just to see are pages that you think important on your website being found by website visitors, or are they hidden? Is it not getting a lot of traffic? That can be really beneficial for you as a website owner to decide. Let's go into Google Analytics. You're going to be going to analytics.google.com. It's going to immediately ask you to use, sign in with the proper email address. So if you have not been to Google Analytics before, you're going to start right here. This is the user welcome message. So we're just going to say that we're going to start measuring. So this is where you're going to give your account its name. So mine is just going to be my website. Most of you guys will only have one account for your website, so you can technically name it whatever you want. This is just talking about Google's data sharing settings. So I usually leave all of these checked by default. We're going to click next. Our property name. So if we are talking about, we obviously just want to track our current church website or our organization's website. We're just going to name it. So I am naming this one Graham Church, which is the website that I'm going to be adding the tag to. It's going to ask us a couple simple questions. So what is my reporting time zone? I am Central Time, so I'm going to check that. You can obviously set that to your location. We're just going to click next. This is just asking a little bit about your business. So what is your industry category? You can choose whatever fits you here. I'm going to do people and society, and this is asking what is your business size? How many employees do you have? I'm going to say small. All right, here, this is asking us what are our business objectives? Why are we wanting to track analytics on our website? For most of you, it will probably be to either generate leads, which is obviously just analyzing visitor metrics like you can see, or attracting new customers. If you're selling something, this would be to drive online sales. If you want to raise brand awareness or examine user behavior. Now, user behavior is probably what we're going to choose as well, because again, like I said, we're going to want to see what are people doing on our website, what pages are they going to, how long are they spending, etc. So I'm going to leave these two checked, but if you find something else that you want to track or do, you can check that based on your needs. Now we're just creating the property. This is having us accept their terms and conditions. I accept, and it's creating the property. Now this is going to ask us, what are we collecting data for? Are we doing it for a website, or is this an app on Android or iOS? So we are doing a website today. Now it's going to ask us to put in our website URL. So I have the website, I am putting it on here. So I am just going to copy that domain, and you're going to want to remove the front part of it there. And then it's going to ask you for a stream name. Now, the reason it asks you for a stream name is because sometimes if you want to get more technical, you might be monitoring just specific pages on a website. So this might be, hey, this is this website, so my stream name would be this specific website, or I might be doing a different set of data from this site. But since we're just doing generic website traffic, I'm just gonna say my website like it suggested. Now, if we click the settings here, which we don't have to, but this is gonna show you enhanced measurement. If you're wanting to, page views is a default. So this is gonna count how many times people are visiting certain pages. If they scroll a certain amount to the bottom of a page, it's going to capture that and count that as a measurement. If they click an outbound click from your website that leads somewhere else, that can be counted. If they search on your website, if you have forms that you want integrated, it gets pretty technical in here. I usually leave all of these defaults as they are, and I'm gonna just create my data stream here. Now it gets a little more technical, I would say, but like I said, we're gonna walk you through each little step. So it has scanned, Google Analytics will automatically scan the website you put in, and it's saying that it has detected that it is a WordPress website. If you have a Subsplash, a Wix, any other platform, it's going to usually detect that and then give you a suggestion on how do you add your code to the website. You can also enter it manually depending on if you add this to the header. Now, because it talks about plugins that we're using here, they are suggested here. I personally use WP code that I'm going to add, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's go back to our website. I'm gonna log in to the website and we're gonna go to the dashboard. We're gonna go to the plugins here. And because we don't have this installed, we're going to install a new plugin. So we're just gonna go to add new. We're going to type in WP code. It's going to bring up several. We are looking at this one here, WP code, that's by WP code. It's also called insert headers and footers. We're just going to click install now. Like I said, if you want to use Monster Insights or another plugin on your website, that is completely up to you. All right, so once we install that plugin, we're just going to activate it. This is just turning it on, and then we'll be just plugging in our Google Analytics code, which will add this code to all of our pages on our website so that we can start tracking some data. So this is it here, this WP code Lite. There's obviously a pro version of most plugins. So if you want to pay for extra stuff, you can, but for what we are needing this for, we do not need to. All right, so we are gonna click code snippets, and you'll see here, it just has header and footer. All right, so even if you are not a coding person, you'll see here back on our analytics instructions, when we say install manually, it'll say, copy and paste this into the code of every page immediately after the head element. Do not add more than one code to a page. So we're just gonna click this copy button here. We're gonna go back here and we are gonna paste it here. This actually adds it to every page, so we don't need to do this on every single page because we're within the entire website, okay? Sometimes you would have to do this to every page, but this will be in the header of every page, so we're just gonna click save. All right, so this added our Google tag to our WordPress website. So do you see how simple that is? We are technically done. Now to check and see if data is flowing, I'm gonna close here. We're going back to the collecting data. We're just gonna say we're gonna go next. We're gonna continue the setup process, and now it says data collection is pending. We're gonna go ahead and click continue to home, and that's just gonna take us to our home base here, where whenever we are collecting data, it's gonna start showing everything. Now this is gonna ask you, okay, do you want a bunch of emails from Google coming your way? I personally don't for this account, but you of course can leave all of these checked if you want to. I'm gonna save that. So now to check data, the easiest thing to do that I normally do when I wanna see right away is data being tracked from my Google Analytics account. I will just use my phone. I'm gonna go to my website. I'm gonna click view real time. Now I have pulled it up on my phone. So I am on the homepage of this website. So really to get data to start collecting, you've got to kind of click around on a couple of pages. So it's showing you right now, see I was on the homepage here, and there I am. That is me right outside of Austin on this website right now. So this is showing me exactly like I said, I was on, I was on the about page, I was on the plan your visit page. So super fast to be able to just double check and make sure that you have data tracking. If we go back to the home page, you can really start diving in. So now it's saying data collection is active. Sometimes it'll say it takes about 24 hours to appear, but as you just saw, we're already tracking. It's gonna take a couple of days or at least 48 hours to start getting some data like you see back here on this homepage. This obviously has been collecting for several months, so we have stuff to go back and look at. But you can, once this is going, you can kind of get as detailed as you want to be as far as what are you wanting to look at. All right, so I'm going to look at our reports here. These were the business objectives that we checked in the beginning, right? Generate leads and examine user behavior. This is on a different website than the one we just linked it to, but what I want to show you is we can look at user acquisition, like where did these people come from? It will tell us. We're looking at, it breaks it up into these categories: organic search, direct search, referral search, organic social, paid search, which are like Google Ads, and then organic video. So it's really just tracking what are the channels that people have come to your website from. So as we see, organic search is people literally going to Google and typing in, like for this instance, probably like church near me, church in my area. Direct traffic is people typing in your domain name. So they already knew who you were. That doesn't mean that they weren't new users, right? But it just means they already knew how to get to your website. Referral traffic can be several different things. It doesn't really break it down, but this could just be from social media. If you have other websites that refer back to yours. Organic social means they were probably on either Instagram or Facebook and then followed a link back to your website. Paid search, again, like I said, is Google Ads. And organic video is another just search. They found a video that you had either on YouTube or something and made it here. So it also breaks it down if you have new users, how many of those were for the first time finding you, their sessions, engagement rate. And most of this, you can really kind of click on things and it will give you a definition. So if you're like, I have no idea what does an engaged session even mean, hover over that and you have a full explanation. Google Analytics, like I said, can be pretty technical. You can look at a lot of data. So if you're a numbers person, you might have a little too much fun in here. But if you did just want a baseline to see, hey, how many people are really getting to my website and what are they doing? What pages are they on? This is just a great, simple tool that everyone should have on their website to be able to track that data. So this is our new site that was that we just added. You can log in here at any time and kind of see, you can set your dates as far as, hey, I want to see what's happened over the last 30 days, over the last 2 days. Your date ranges up here that you can set for however you want. If you want to look at last week, if you want to look at last month. But there's a lot you can do. So follow us. We will be putting out some more information and more video tutorials on how to help you guys track things that you'll want to know and how to make your website better.